There is a revolution in money at the moment, and the new age of this revolution is based on stablecoins. Stablecoins are uniting us in a way that was never done before across borders, generations, and economies. And they are giving us the opportunity to build this new financial system, not on banks and governments, but actually on people. And the use cases are all over the world. Stablecoins in Argentina and Turkey means protection from the devaluation of their currencies. In Philippines means remittances. In Africa is leapfrogging, and leapfrogging banking system, offload banking system. And in order, despite this revolution in progress, actually, trillions of USD are still trapped in flawed and broken system. And I would like to spend some time speaking about how this broken system works. In TradFi, banks are still keeping saving account with little to none APY for their retail users. And so inflation is eroding this saving account badly. In Europe, we have 11.5 trillion settled idle in saving account. And in the US, I was yesterday at the panel of Mr. Donald J. Trump Jr., American citizens are facing the same problem. On the other hand, hedge funds, if you think about it, are exclusive by design. So the 99%, of course, is cut out from optimal risk-adjusted strategies. And then came DeFi, with the promise, of course, of access. But then FTX, Luna crashes, and trust and billions were evaporated. And there's also a Binance research of 2024 saying that 46% of the people that actually have access to this platform abandon platform due to pure UX and pure UI. So we have this paradox. TradFi gives you safety but no access, and DeFi gives you access but little to non-safety. So I would like to ask to Nischint today, how do you see and how Visa is bridging the gap from exclusion to inclusion?
We have been following the movements for digital currency for a long time, over 5-6 years now. And it's not a trend, it's already here. At Visa, we want to be the bridge between the digital currency ecosystem and all our traditional players. We have traditional players of 15,000 plus financial institutions and more than 150 million merchants. We want to play that role to bridge the technology and make sure that every person, and keep it inclusive, right? So everybody should be able to transact with digital currencies in a very safe and secure manner. And there are 3 reasons why we think the next run of stablecoins is here, right? Firstly, adoption. We've already seen it happen. Like, the amount of transactions in the last 12 months has been more than $8 trillion. Yeah. And this is on an adjusted basis. This has moved more than 100% year on year over the last few years, and this growth is staggering. The second point, regulators are now taking notice, and we're seeing an accelerated development or updated regulations, especially after the Genius Act, and this is going to happen very fast in the AP in the next 12 to 18 months. Third thing, we are seeing a lot more new innovation coming in the market. We are seeing programmability, we are seeing interoperability, which are big challenges, and now we have many fintechs across the globe trying to solve for these, and we have been working very closely with our teams to see how Visa can play a role in interoperability of the fragmented ecosystem that we have today. So I think there is a lot going on, and I think you brought a great point on exclusion and how we can make this system inclusive. I would love to hear about that as well from you.
Yes, actually, stablecoins, we have to use stablecoins as a layer, but then, as Mr. Arduino also yesterday said, we need to build infrastructure on top of that. That's why, actually, we created Kleos. Kleos is our crypto investment solution. Basically, what we did with Kleos is we created a platform that can empower free people from this broken system, if you think about it. And more importantly, Kleos at the forefront of this new infrastructure. Honestly, we are facing an incredible moment, and I really believe that we can build a new financial system based on Kleos. And The reality of this new venture that we are doing is that why we create Kleos. We create to bridge people from the traditional finance into the crypto world. And we wanted to create an interface that can be simple to use also for non-crypto savvy users. And we created a sleek interface, banking rails, and ultimately spendability through the Visa cards. And now I would like to ask Mr. Nischint, how do you Visa see the integration and how we transfer the stable coins through base layer into everyday money people can actually spend?
Yeah, I think the key point here is trust, right? I think today we have many ways where people are able to use the stablecoin, but are all of them trusted? And today we look at Visa as one of the trusted player, and it's also about the user experience in the end. So I think one of the first products that we had were stablecoin and crypto-backed cards. Crypto-backed cards have been there for quite a few years. It's kind of moved into the stablecoin space today with stablecoin-backed cards. It's also moving into the commercial space. And it's a simple product. It's a product where any digital currency company can work with us to issue Visa cards to provide their users to spend at any of 150 million merchants globally. And this is a very easy way for users to spend their digital currency, whether it's crypto or stablecoin, and also have the same safe, secure experience that they're used to. So from a user's perspective, nothing really changes. They can swipe the card, they can tap the card, they can use the Apple Pay or Google Pay. And from the merchant, they don't need any new infrastructure. They can keep the same POS machine, they don't need any new investments, no new QR code. And if there is any problem or dispute, you go through the same exact situation. So it's a very easy, fast way for us to build. But this was the first step for us. What we've done after that is also build a settlement infrastructure which allows us to settle in stablecoins. So today, our partners, our issuers, acquirers can settle with us in USDC and many other tokens. And this is something we started a couple of years back. We've done $225 million of volume, but we are aiming to grow this rapidly. 2 days back, we announced our foray with Visa Direct, which is one of our fiat money movement solutions, and how we can use stablecoins to improve that and make access available to many of our clients. And this is not it. We also have technology platforms today which can allow even financial institutions to create their own stablecoins and eventually have this interoperable layer. So I think we're doing a lot of work in this space, and we understand that it's going to be always a partnership model where we cannot build everything, but we see many fintechs doing very cool products and getting on the forefront of innovation. And we need to make sure that as an industry, we partner with the right players, but also offer a very safe, secure environment for our users. So again, I want to bring that back to you, and what do you think about this?
So how we see financial inclusion at Kleos is basically, we think about financial inclusion with no minimum capital entry requirements for our investment and no paperwork and bureaucracy. And for us, financial freedom is providing to the user access to institutional grade strategies, reduced lockup period. We have a liquidity product that is 48 hours, and return paid in stablecoin and immediately spendable through the Visa network. But in order to create real adoption and massive scale adoption in the stablecoin world, I really feel that we have to be more than a yield. We have to educate the traditional finance user to come into this new financial world, and how we can educate them. So the reason why we kept the IBAN, for example, and a banking rail inside our app is to actually start with something that they already know and that they're already comfortable with. And that's also why the Visa partnership for us is so important. And we need the infrastructure that needs to be a bridge. And the simplicity also of the app is going to be huge. We are going to show in a moment in a little clip of 30 seconds where basically we are going to show how the app is working. And what I really want to say that there are moments in history, when there are different breakthroughs in technology. Internet was one, mobile massive adoption was another one for sure, and now is AI and money itself. And stablecoins give us the foundation. Kleos can be, with other exciting projects here, the infrastructure, and Visa will give us the possibility to spend everywhere. And it's also a layer of trust for this user to explore this new venture. But I don't want to leave you with just words, and I'd like to show you how we reduced the time for you. So this is our app. This is your crypto wallet, where actually I want to show you USDC just received at the moment here. And then in a few clicks, you will see the earning section. Exactly. You can choose between all these diversified investment strategies that are made and polished for you. Just 10 USDC, for example, here is an example of a minimum investment. And in a few clicks, your deposit is gone. And all this paperwork that I brought here on stage, these are the subscription doc just for applying to one of the funds that we onboarded. And not to mention also the millions of USD that we had to deploy and to commit in order to access these optimal risk-adjusted strategies for the retail user. So this is not a vision. This is reality. And this is where financial inclusion and financial freedom stop being a myth and they become a collective right. And I think that this is where they become yours. I want to thank you, Mr. Nischint, to be here with us today, and thank you for the audience for attending this panel.